Yeah, let's have a look at the TSLA very quickly. So 144, that's where it's trading. It's pretty much flat today after being up so much yesterday. And they report earnings tomorrow. So tomorrow after market close, TSLA is about to report earnings. So we did talk, if you are new here, you can just go back, take a look at the previous videos where we were talking about Tesla when it was coming down very crazy. We talked about stocks not liking to get too overextended below 50-day moving average or above. So where we are right now, right below 50-day moving average, which is this yellow line on my chart. Anytime you see it's extended to the upside, you might want to basically bet against the consensus, where a lot of times, well, we can just go back to the end of the year and beginning of the year where everybody pretty much trying to short this bottom, any bounce. People were crazy short biased. We told that, well, consensus to the downside, but risk to the upside. And from the bottom, Tesla is up 40+%. So I went back to like 3 years, looked back 3 years, and apparently it did move 40+% in a very short period of time, which is 2 weeks, 14 days, total of 49 times. And going forward after that, the stat is that basically it's positive only like 30% of the time after being up 40% in a very short period of time. These two blue lines, squares that are highlighted, are the most recent ones. This one in the beginning of 2022 and at the end of 2021. These were the times when Tesla gained 40+%, and what happened next, basically. And what happened next. So it doesn't predict what it's going to happen from here again, but it's just the odds of Tesla going higher from here is now a little bit skewed, basically lower. So they're reporting earnings tomorrow, and I don't know what's the consensus. If people are saying that, oh, it's going to go down, it's going to flush down, they're going to report worse earnings. I don't think so. I'm basically watching if to the upside Tesla basically hit 50-day, if it pretty much surprises the market, and to the downside, I don't expect it to go too much lower. And going forward into their earnings, if you just take a look at the implied volatility, basically IV, what is it implying? So since they're reporting earnings tomorrow, it's implying that it's going to move anywhere like pretty much $14 by the end of this Friday. $14 up or $14 down. So if it goes down, pretty much you can expect it to come down all the way to 130. If it goes up, you can expect it to hit all the way to 50-day moving average and slightly maybe higher than that. But if you take a look at the volume, it's still very high. So it's been basically these 2-3 weeks net option sellers market, because when IV is so high, volume is so high, if you have been trying to play net option long, unless you had very long time frame out there, you didn't make money. Or if you were trading basically dailies during a day and you were super nimble with your trades, maybe you made money. But overall, if people were trying to short here or trying to go long anytime it gapped up, you lost probably money, because IV is still high. And if you take a look at the most active stock options today, Tesla is still up there, so second after Apple. And if you take a look at the put to call ratio, slightly more calls being traded so far. And if you take a look at the volume, I mean, Tesla is the leader, 130 million, not 200 million like we had yesterday, because it's flat today. But tomorrow, expect volatility to pick up, and then after their earnings report to pick up basically for the rest of the week. And yeah, these are the levels I'm watching. And if you take a look at the 5-day simple moving average, that would be my level if Tesla wants to pull back after hitting this 50-day moving average. I will watch basically this 5-day moving average as a support, as a pullback area. And if it does chop around here after earnings, totally fine, because a lot of funds, well, what did they do right here when implied volatility was crazy high? of course, they sold premium. They sold calls, they sold puts. So I do expect Tesla basically after their earnings to cool off a little bit and basically go back to its regular volume below 100 million, maybe around 100 million, but I don't expect it to stay at 200 from here, because once earnings is done, all those premiums are going to get killed. So careful if you're going to trade options going into earnings. So that's the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.